What if the next 30 days could change your life? What if right now you could take the first step toward a new reality, one where you're not stuck in the same place, repeating the same mistakes? What if I told you that the choices you make in the next month will set the foundation for everything that comes after? No more waiting, no more wondering. Today, right here, you have the opportunity to transform your future. The power of the next 30 days lies in your hands. Your actions, no matter how small, can make all the difference. Stick with me, because what we're about to talk about will guide you toward a life-changing transformation, one decision at a time. The choices you make in the next 30 days are more than just small, fleeting moments. They're the crossroads of your future. What you do now will shape where you end up in life. You can't keep waiting for the perfect moment to begin. It's now or never. Each day you put off taking action is another day wasted. So, how do you ensure that these next 30 days matter? By making intentional choices, small steps, daily actions. And let me tell you something, it's the small things that add up. The decisions you make today may seem insignificant, but 30 days from now, they'll be the building blocks of a new you. The question is, are you ready to start? You might be looking at your big goals and feeling overwhelmed. Trust me, I get it. It's easy to get caught up in the enormity of what you want to achieve and feel paralyzed by the size of the task ahead. But here's the truth. Lasting change isn't built in giant leaps. It's built in 30-day increments. Focus on the short term. What can you do today? What can you do tomorrow? These small actions repeated daily will create the momentum you need. Take one step and then another. In 30 days, you'll look back and realize how much progress you've made. It's the power of consistent incremental growth. And once you start, there's no stopping you. Imagine a pebble thrown into a pond. At first, the ripples seem small, but with time, those ripples spread, reaching further and further out. The same goes for your actions. What you do in the next 30 days can have a ripple effect that lasts a lifetime. Every time you build a new habit, take a new action, or push yourself to grow, you're creating a wave that will move through the months, the years, and eventually your entire life. You don't need to see the end result right now. You just need to focus on today, on this moment. The next 30 days are your chance to set those ripples in motion. Habits shape your life. What you do every single day, whether consciously or not, becomes the story of your life. Your habits are the roots of your success. The stronger they are, the higher you can grow. But here's the thing, just like roots can be strong or weak, your habits can either push you forward or hold you back. What kind of habits are you feeding yourself right now? Are they habits that align with the person you want to become? If not, now's the time to change that. Over the next 30 days, you have the power to break free from bad habits and create new, positive ones. You can rewrite your daily routine one action at a time. It doesn't happen overnight, but each small change adds up. If you wake up 30 minutes earlier, if you choose healthier meals, if you dedicate time to your passion, that's progress. And before you know it, those small actions will become powerful habits that shape the life you want. You don't need to wait for motivation to strike, you just need to start, and the momentum will carry you forward. But it's not just about creating any habits, it's about aligning them with your long-term goals. Your habits should match the vision you have for your life. If you want to be healthier, start with small daily changes. If you want to build your career, focus on actions that push you closer to that dream. Habits and goals go hand in hand. The beauty of habits is that they're automatic. They can run in the background of your life, taking you closer to your dreams without you even thinking about it. But first, you have to choose your habits wisely. Your mindset will determine your future. It all starts with the way you think. If you believe that you can achieve your goals, you're already defeated before you even begin. But if you adopt a growth mindset, the belief that you can learn, grow, and adapt, you've unlocked the door to limitless possibilities. Your mindset is the foundation of your actions. Without it, no matter how much you work, you'll always be held back by self-doubt and limiting beliefs. Here's the truth. Failure isn't the enemy, it's part of the process. We all experience setbacks, we all face challenges, but it's how you respond that matters. Do you give up when it gets tough, or do you push forward, knowing that failure is just a lesson in disguise? The most successful people in the world didn't get there by avoiding failure. They got there by learning from it and staying in the game. Your mindset is your greatest weapon. If you change the way you think, you'll change the way you act. And that change will lead you to the life you want. Shifting from a negative mindset to a positive one takes practice, but it's possible. Start each day with gratitude. Focus on what's going right, not what's going wrong. Practice positive self-talk. When negative thoughts come in, replace them with empowering ones. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect, it's about choosing to see the opportunities in every situation. In just 30 days, you can transform the way you think, and that will be the key to unlocking everything you want in life. Consistency beats intensity every single time. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that you need to go all in to give everything you've got in one big push. But real lasting change comes from steady, consistent action. Think about a river cutting through rock. It's not the force of the water that makes the difference. It's the consistency of the flow. Over time, the water wears away the rock, shaping the landscape. Your daily actions, no matter how small, will create that same kind of momentum. Persistence is what gets you across the finish line. It's not about how fast you go or how hard you push yourself in short bursts. It's about showing up every single day, even when things get tough. Successful people didn't get to where they are because they gave up after one setback. They succeeded because they stayed consistent no matter the obstacles, and so can you. Persistence creates unstoppable momentum. It takes you from where you are to where you want to be, one step at a time. Discipline equals freedom. I know that might sound counterintuitive, but hear me out. Discipline isn't about restricting your life. It's about creating the structure and habits that give you the freedom to live the life you want. It's the framework that allows you to reach your goals without feeling overwhelmed. The more disciplined you are with your time, your energy, and your focus, the more freedom you'll have to do what matters most to you. Accountability accelerates growth. It keeps you on track even when your motivation starts to fade. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, a tracking system, having someone or something to hold you accountable will make all the difference. Accountability forces you to follow through even when you don't feel like it. It's a powerful tool that pushes you to stay committed to your goals. And when you have that structure in place, success becomes inevitable. Creating your own accountability structure is easy. Find someone who can support you and check in on your progress, or use an app to track your daily actions. Make yourself answerable for your success. Knowing that someone or something is holding you accountable will help you stay focused and motivated, especially when life tries to pull you off track. Having a vision is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. It's like having a map for your future. Without a vision, you're just wandering, unsure of where you're headed. But when you have a clear, compelling vision, every action becomes purposeful. Your vision fuels your decisions, your goals, and your daily actions. It's the thing that keeps you going when life gets tough. What does your ideal life look like? Take a moment to think about it, not just next week or next month, but 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now. What do you want to accomplish? What kind of person do you want to be? Once you've identified that vision, break it down into actionable steps. What can you do in the next 30 days that will move you closer to your dream? Your vision should inspire you to take action, even when the going gets tough. And remember, every small action in the next 30 days is a step closer to that vision. Keep your eyes on the prize and use these 30 days to build the life you've always dreamed of. This is your moment. The next 30 days are the foundation of your future. What you do now, no matter how small, will set the stage for everything that comes after. Commit to taking one action every day that moves you closer to your goals. It's the little steps that make the biggest difference. If you want to create the life you've always dreamed of, you have to start now. The future isn't waiting for you. It's up to you to create it one day at a time. Your journey begins today. Where are you right now in life? Are you feeling stuck, uncertain, or maybe overwhelmed by the magnitude of your goals? It's easy to look at everything you want to achieve and feel like the task is too big, too distant, or too complicated. But what if I told you that the next 30 days could be the most important window in your life for creating real lasting change? We're often taught to think in terms of long-term goals, years down the line, but that kind of thinking can feel paralyzing. The key to transforming your life isn't found in waiting for the perfect moment or aiming for perfection. It's found in focusing on the next 30 days. When you break your goals down into smaller, manageable timeframes, you give yourself clarity, control, and the ability to make progress one day at a time. You don't have to get it all right. You You don't have to have everything figured out. What matters is taking that first step and committing to the next 30 days. It's not just a short-term challenge, it's the foundation of something much bigger. If you want to change your life, you start right here, you start now. Now, let's talk about why 30 days matter. Most people believe that lasting change takes years, but the truth is significant transformations can begin in just a month. Why 30 days? Because it's long enough to create momentum, but short enough to feel achievable. When you focus on making small, consistent changes over a 30-day period, your brain begins to adapt. You're rewiring your habits, your thoughts, and your behaviors. Studies show that habits take about 21 to 30 days to form, meaning that if you commit to something for just 1 month, you're setting yourself up for success far beyond that time frame. Your brain begins to form new neural pathways during these 30 days, which means that the actions you take today will soon become second nature. The small steps you take now will eventually lead to bigger, more powerful shifts. It's not about perfection. It's about showing up and doing the work every single day. And when you keep showing up, even when it's hard or uncomfortable, you build a foundation for long-term success. In these 30 days, momentum will become your ally. We often underestimate the power of small wins, but those wins, no matter how small they seem at first, compound over time. Imagine a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it moves, it picks up speed, and before long, it's unstoppable. The next 30 days are the launch pad for your future. They are not just a temporary challenge. They are the beginning of something much bigger. Each day you commit to your goals, you're laying the groundwork for the future version of yourself. Each small action, each positive choice builds the momentum that will carry you to success. So don't worry about perfection. Don't wait for the right time. Start right now, right here in the next 30 days. What you do today will ripple out and affect the future you. The only question is, will you take action or wait for it to happen to you? Think about this for a moment. What could 30 days do for you? If you made a real commitment to focused action for just 1 month, how would your life look different at the end of it? Imagine where you could be in your personal life, in your career, or even in your physical health after 30 days of making consistent, intentional progress. What if you chose to take action instead of waiting? What if you committed yourself to one thing, just one, for 30 days? What could that one thing turn into? Real transformation isn't about doing everything at once. It's about showing up and giving your best effort every single day, even if it's just for a small amount of time. It's about building that foundation. The question is, what will your future self thank you for? Because in 30 days, you'll look back and see the results of your decisions. You'll see the changes that you chose to make, and you'll be proud of the progress you've made. The key is to take that first step. Commit to the next 30 days and watch how it transforms you. What if I told you that the key to transforming your future lies in what you do every single day? Not just the big decisions, not just the grand moments, but the small, seemingly insignificant actions you take day after day. The truth is, the life you want isn't built on rare breakthroughs or lucky breaks. It's built on your habits, your daily choices. They shape who you are, and they shape who you will become. In the next 30 days, you have the opportunity to change your future, but it starts by looking at your habits. Your habits are the building blocks of your life, and right now, you have the power to either reinforce the habits that are holding you back or create new ones that will move you forward. The choice is yours. In the next 30 days, you can change the trajectory of your life, starting with the habits you choose to build or break. The time to act is now. Tiny actions, when repeated consistently, grow into powerful forces that either propel you forward or keep you stuck. It's like planting seeds in the ground. At first, they're barely visible, but over time, they grow into roots. Strong or weak, depending on the seeds you plant. Your habits work the same way. Every small action, whether it's a good habit or a bad one, has the potential to shape the foundation of your future. You see, your habits are the roots of your life. If you're planting seeds of negativity, laziness, or fear, that's what will grow. But if you plant seeds of discipline, focus, and positivity, your life will reflect that. You might not see it immediately, but the more you nurture the right habits, the stronger your foundation becomes. And when your habits are aligned with your goals, your life begins to move forward effortlessly, like a well-oiled machine. But here's the catch. Your habits are never small. Every action matters. Every decision you make, no matter how tiny, adds or detracts from the life you want to create. You might think that skipping your morning workout or checking social media for an extra hour isn't a big deal, but it adds up. One small action today leads to another tomorrow, and before you know it, those small habits become your reality. If you want to grow, you need to identify which habits will propel you forward. Not all habits are created equal. Some are productive, some are destructive. It's crucial to identify the ones that will take you closer to your dreams and eliminate those that hold you back. You have to ask yourself, what are the habits that are keeping me stuck? What are the actions that are moving me toward the future I want? Start small. It's not about making a huge leap right away. It's about changing one thing, one habit. That one shift can have a ripple effect, setting off a chain reaction that propels you toward the life you envision. Let's take a simple example. Let's say you decide to replace the habit of scrolling through your phone for an hour every morning with reading for 30 minutes instead. That small change might not seem like much in the moment, but over time it will compound. Your knowledge will grow, your mindset will shift, and suddenly 30 days from now you'll be a different person, not because you made some dramatic transformation, but because you made a small, powerful change every day. Now let's talk about why the next 30 days are so crucial for habit transformation. You can break a bad habit or create a new one in 30 days. It's the perfect time frame, not too long to feel overwhelming, but long enough to make a real difference. You see, we often underestimate the power of small, consistent actions over time, but 30 days is enough to change the course of your life. In 30 days, you could be at a completely different point in your journey, or you could be in the exact same place or worse if you don't take action. Think about where you want to be in 30 days. Do you want to look back and regret that you didn't take that step? Or do you want to be proud of the progress you made? This is your chance to start building a powerful new habit or breaking the one that's been holding you back. The steps don't have to be big, just consistent. Do it every day, even when it feels difficult. That's how change happens. And in 30 days, you'll see the results of your commitment. So here's my challenge to you. What's one thing you can start doing today that will make a real difference in your life in the next 30 days? What's the one habit you know you need to change or introduce in order to start moving forward? It could be as simple as committing to a morning routine, cutting back on distractions, or setting aside time each day to work on your personal goals. Now here's the most important part. Commit to it, not just to the habit, but to the transformation it will bring. This is about more than just checking off a task. This is about shaping your future, one small habit at a time. In 30 days, you could look back and see that the person you are now is not the same person you were at the start of this journey. It's all within your control. Your future starts today with the habit you commit to now. Make it count. Have you ever felt like your own mind is the thing holding you back? Like no matter how hard you try, something inside keeps telling you that you're not enough, that you can't succeed, or that it's just too late? We've all been there. Self-doubt, fear, procrastination, they all creep in and stop us from taking action. But here's the truth. The mental blocks you're facing aren't permanent. They're obstacles you can overcome. It's not about forcing positive thoughts. It's about taking control of your mind and shifting it in a way that pushes you forward. Today I'm going to show you how mastering your mindset can help you break free from these limiting beliefs and unlock the true potential that's already inside of you. This is the first step toward transforming your life. So stick with me, because what you'll learn today could be the key to breaking the cycle of self-doubt and stepping into your full power. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you do. The way you think directly impacts the actions you take, and those actions determine your results. If you believe you can't do something, you won't even try. But if you believe you can, even if you don't know how yet, you'll figure it out. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. That's the power of your mindset. If you think you're stuck, you will be. If you believe that success is out of reach, it will stay out of reach. But when you change your mindset, when you start believing that you are capable, that your actions matter, and that you can overcome obstacles, That's when things start shifting. Belief in yourself doesn't just magically appear, it's built. You create it with every step you take toward your goals. Look at any person who's achieved something extraordinary. Athletes who recover from career-threatening injuries, entrepreneurs who start over after failure, people who rise out of difficult circumstances, they all had one thing in common. They believed they could succeed no matter what. And that belief fueled their actions, pushed them through failure, and led them to triumph. It all starts with your mindset. Change that and everything else follows. The hardest battles we face are often the ones inside our own minds. How many opportunities have you passed up because you let fear dictate your actions? How many dreams have you let slip away because you doubted yourself or thought, I'm not good enough? These limiting beliefs are the enemy. They stop you before you even begin. But here's the thing. You're in control of which thoughts you feed. Think of your mind as a battlefield. Every day there's a battle between your doubts and your dreams. Who's winning today? Are you letting fear take charge, or are you choosing to believe in your ability to succeed? You don't have to let fear control you. You don't have to let doubt dictate your actions. Acknowledge those fears, yes, but don't let them define you. You have the power to push them aside and feed your mind with thoughts that move you forward. The next shift you need to make is from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. A fixed mindset believes that your abilities are set in stone, that what you know and what you're capable of is all you'll ever be. But a growth mindset believes that your abilities can be developed, that your failures aren't the end but a chance to learn and grow. It's the belief that every setback is an opportunity, not a roadblock. Take, for example, athletes who recover from injuries. They don't see their injury as a permanent limitation. They see it as a challenge to overcome. They understand that their body can heal, that their skills can be developed further, and that every moment of struggle is an opportunity to improve. The same applies to entrepreneurs, many of whom face failure after failure before they find success. They don't see those failures as defining them. They see them as stepping stones to success. You're not limited by your circumstances. You're limited by how you think about your circumstances. If you can shift your mindset, everything changes. And once you adopt a growth mindset, setbacks won't stop you. Now let's get practical. Changing your mindset isn't just about thinking positively. It's about taking intentional steps to shift your thought pattern. One of the easiest ways to start is by reframing negative thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this, stop right there. Instead, say to yourself, I can do this, and here's how I'll improve. It's a simple shift, but it makes a world of difference. By actively reframing negative thoughts, you stop them from holding power over you. You turn them into opportunities for growth. Another powerful tool is visualization. Close your eyes and picture your future self, confident, successful, and capable of achieving anything. Now take the first step toward that version of you today. It doesn't have to be a big step, just one small action that moves you closer to who you want to become. For the next 30 days, I challenge you to take a hard look at your thoughts. What negative beliefs are holding you back? Identify just one limiting belief and replace it with a thought that fuels growth. Commit to this shift for the next month and see how your mindset and your life begins to change. You've got everything you need inside of you. Now it's time to believe it. Do you find yourself waiting for success to happen overnight? Maybe you've been scrolling through social media, seeing people living their dream lives, thinking, why can't that be me? It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that success is something that just happens, that it's handed to some people on a silver platter. But let me tell you something, success isn't instant. It's not about quick fixes or a magic formula. True success is the result of consistent, focused action over time. The journey might not be glamorous, but it's always worth it. If you're tired of chasing shortcuts, it's time to embrace the truth. The road to success is built one step at a time. Stick with me, because today I'm going to show you how consistency and persistence are the real game changers in achieving your goals. We've all heard the stories of overnight success, the celebrity who rose to fame in a matter of months, the entrepreneur who launched a business that went viral, the athlete who achieved greatness seemingly without effort. But here's the truth. Those stories are rarely what they seem. Most successful people didn't wake up one day and magically achieve their dreams. They spent years working, learning, failing, and getting back up. They put in the time and effort when no one was watching, when it seemed like nothing was happening. Think about it. Have you ever heard of a fire that burns bright and hot, but then burns out in minutes? That's what the overnight success myth looks like. It's unsustainable. Success isn't a spark, it's a slow burn. Just like planting a seed and waiting for it to grow, nothing happens quickly, but with time, effort, and persistence, that seed turns into something strong and lasting. So stop chasing the illusion of instant success. Instead, focus on the long game. True success is built through steady, consistent work. Consistency is the game changer. I don't care how motivated you are on a given day or how big your burst of energy is, what matters is consistency. Consistency is what gets you through the tough days, the moments when you feel like quitting. It's easy to give up after a few days of hard work, but when you keep showing up day after day, that's when you start to see the real change. Here's an example. A river cuts through rock not by force, but by persistence. It's not about the strength of the water, but its ability to keep flowing. The same applies to your goals. Small, consistent actions done over and over again create monumental change. Every day that you show up, every little task you complete, you're building momentum. And that momentum, it's what turns a dream into a reality. Small progress every day compounds over time. If you stick with it, you will get there. Resistance is part of the process. The obstacles you face, the setbacks you encounter, they're not signs to quit. They're signs that you're on the right track. If you weren't moving forward, you wouldn't face resistance. Every challenge is a test of your commitment. If you give up when it gets hard, you'll never experience the full power of persistence. Think about people who faced massive setbacks but didn't quit. J.K. Rowling, who was rejected by publishers over 10 times before Harry Potter, became a global success. Or Steve Jobs, who was fired from the company he founded only to return and turn Apple into one of the most valuable companies in the world. Their success didn't come easy. It came after years of facing resistance, but they didn't quit. They kept going, and so can you. The road to success isn't smooth, but that's exactly why it's worth it. The obstacles you face are part of the process. Embrace them, push through them, and you'll come out on the other side stronger. Consistency isn't always easy. It requires you to stay focused even when things get tough. So how do you make sure you keep showing up? The first step is to set micro goals. Break down your big goals into small, achievable milestones. Every small win is a victory that keeps you going. By focusing on small steps, you avoid feeling overwhelmed by the big picture, and each achievement gives you the motivation to keep moving forward. Another key to consistency is creating a routine. Routines help you stay disciplined, making success feel like a natural part of your day. Whether it's dedicating 30 minutes a day to your goal or setting aside specific time each week to track progress, routine keeps you on track. And don't forget to track your progress. If you're not tracking how far you've come, it's easy to lose sight of the hard work you've already put in. Use journals, apps, or simple checklists to keep a record. Celebrate those small wins. They reinforce the habit of consistency and remind you that you're getting closer to your larger goal. Let's be real for a second. How many of you have started something only to quit when it got hard? We've all been there. The excitement fades, the work gets tough, and we think, maybe this isn't for me. But here's the truth. The only way you can fail is if you stop. And if you don't quit, you can't lose. I challenge you to make a commitment today. For the next 30 days, don't quit. No matter what obstacles arise. Push through the resistance. Keep showing up. The only thing standing between you and success is your willingness to keep going. If you stick with it, you will see results. And remember, success doesn't happen all at once, but with persistence, it will come. The only way to fail is to quit. And you're not a quitter. Have you ever set a goal only to watch it slip away because you couldn't stay on track? Do you feel like you're constantly battling distractions, procrastination, and the pressure of life? You're not alone. It happens to all of us. But here's the truth. You don't need more motivation or inspiration. You need discipline. Discipline is the key to unlocking your full potential and turning your dreams into reality. It's the difference between wishful thinking and actual results. Today I'm going to show you how embracing discipline will bring structure to your life, sharpen your focus, and give you the freedom to accomplish more than you ever thought possible. Stick with me because this is the game changer you've been waiting for. Think about a time when you set a goal, but you didn't quite stick with it. What happened? Maybe you got distracted, lost focus, or even gave up halfway through. Now imagine if you had stayed disciplined, followed through with small actions each day. What would you have achieved? The truth is, discipline is the bridge between your goals and your accomplishments. It's not about following rigid rules. It's about creating a system that works for you. Discipline is the foundation that holds everything together. Without it, your dreams remain just that, dreams. But with discipline, you make consistent progress. Every time you stay focused, every time you push through when things get tough, you're one step closer to what you want. Discipline doesn't limit you, it gives you control over your actions and your future. It frees you from distractions and the noise of the world. It helps you eliminate procrastination and self-doubt. And when you're disciplined, you move forward even when things aren't perfect. The most successful people in the world didn't get where they are by waiting for inspiration. They got there by building strong, disciplined habits. Whether it's showing up every day to work on your craft, sticking to a plan, or overcoming obstacles, discipline is the tool that connects your dreams to real-world results. Now let's talk about accountability. You don't have to do this alone. Accountability is the secret weapon that supercharges your progress. Have you ever started a project but then lost steam halfway through because no one was there to check in on you? It happens, but with accountability, it's a different story. Research shows that people with accountability partners are more likely to reach their goals. Imagine you're sailing across the ocean. Without a lighthouse, you could easily lose your way. Accountability is that lighthouse. It keeps you on course even when the journey gets tough. It's that person or system that checks in on you, ensures you're staying on track, and helps you course correct when needed. Think about the stories of people who've achieved remarkable success with the help of accountability. Athletes have coaches who guide them through grueling training. Entrepreneurs have mentors who hold them to their promises. Even everyday people set up systems like checking in with a friend or joining a group to stay accountable to their goals. It's powerful because it works. When someone else is expecting progress from you, it motivates you to push forward. It creates a sense of urgency and it helps you stay committed even when you feel like giving up. Accountability is one of the simplest yet most effective tools for achieving your goals. But here's the key, it's not one size fits all. You need to find the form of accountability that works best for you. Let's break it down. Maybe you thrive with a mentor who can guide you, give feedback, and provide advice when you need it. Or perhaps you're someone who does best with a peer group, a group of people who are also working toward goals, who can check in with you and provide support. If that sounds like you, find a group of like-minded individuals who will hold you accountable. If you're more introverted or prefer personal reflection, a simple method of self-tracking might be enough. Journaling, setting personal check-ins, or using an app to track progress. The first step is to identify what will work for you. The second step is to commit to it. Set regular check-ins, whether it's weekly, monthly, or even daily. Track your progress. It's like keeping score during a game. If you don't know where you stand, how do you know if you're winning? Use accountability apps, journals, or even a calendar to make sure you're making consistent progress. And here's the challenge. Pick at least one form of accountability today and commit to it for the next 30 days. Whether it's checking in with a friend, keeping a progress log, or meeting with a mentor, make it a priority. You'll be amazed at how much you can achieve when you're accountable not only to yourself, but to someone else too. Discipline and accountability aren't just buzzwords. They are the keys to unlocking your potential and achieving what you're truly capable of. If you embrace them, your life will change. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about taking control, staying focused, and having someone there to keep you on track. So what are you going to do? Are you ready to build a disciplined life and set yourself up for success? The only way to find out is to start. Have you ever felt like you're just drifting, unsure of where to go or what you're working toward? Do you find yourself lost in the chaos, chasing after things that don't really matter? It's frustrating, isn't it? Here's the truth. Without a vision, you're walking through life without a map. But today, I'm going to help you create that map. I'm going to show you why having a clear vision is the key to unlocking your true potential. When you have a vision, decisions become easier, actions become purposeful, and every step you take brings you closer to the future you've always dreamed of. This isn't some vague motivation. This is about giving you the power to design your life with clarity and intention. Stay with me because this could be the moment everything shifts for you. Imagine you're setting out on a journey. You wouldn't just start walking without knowing where you're going, right? Your vision is exactly that, your destination. Your vision is the map that guides you, showing you the path forward. It's the image of what you want your life to look like, a vivid, clear picture of success that you can hold on to. Without it, you're just wandering, taking steps in every direction, but not really getting anywhere. A clear vision aligns all of your actions with your long-term goals. It helps you prioritize, it cuts out distractions. If you're unsure about what to do next, you simply ask yourself, does this bring me closer to my vision? If it doesn't, it's easier to let go of it. The most successful people didn't get there by accident. They had a vision that they relentlessly pursued day in and day out. Their vision kept them focused even when the road got tough. Without vision, you're like a ship adrift at sea. But with a clear vision, you know exactly where you're headed, and every choice you make moves you closer to the shore. Now, I want you to think about your future. Close your eyes and imagine what your ideal life looks like. What do you see? Is it a job you love, a healthy, fit body, a peaceful home, a life filled with meaning? How do you feel in this future? Visualizing this ideal future is essential, but don't just settle for a vague image, get specific. The more detailed you are, the clearer the path becomes. What does your dream job look like? Where do you live? How do you spend your days? The vision you create must be emotionally compelling. It has to make you want to take action. It's not just a wish for something better. It's a clear, vivid picture of a future that you have the power to create. You need to see yourself living this life in your mind's eye, because when that vision is strong enough, it will pull you toward it. Your vision becomes the fuel that drives every decision you make. Now, let's talk about how to make that vision a reality. It's one thing to have a clear vision, but if you don't take action, it means nothing. Your vision is the map, but your actions are the steps you take to get there. Remember, even small steps taken consistently lead to big results over time. It's the daily actions, the small wins, that build momentum. The person you are in 30 days will be the person who's closer to their dreams, not because of giant leaps, but because of the consistent, purposeful actions they took every single day. Think about it. The path toward your dream life doesn't require you to take huge steps all at once. It's about showing up every day and doing something, anything that moves you forward. Maybe it's reading a book, making a phone call, taking 10 minutes to plan your day. Whatever it is, commit to doing something each day. The momentum you build from consistent actions will carry you forward and get you closer to that vision you're working toward. Take a moment right now to visualize your future self. What does your life look like in 30 days? What will you have accomplished by then? See it, feel it. What small action can you take today to ensure that you're on the right track toward your vision? Today is the day to commit to action. Your future self depends on the choices you make now. So ask yourself, what can I do today that will move me closer to the life I want? Make that commitment. One small action today is the first step toward the future you want. Your vision isn't just a dream, it's a reality waiting for you to take action and bring it to life. Your vision is your guide, your map to success. It empowers you to make decisions, take action, and keep moving forward, even when it feels hard. Don't let life pass you by without a plan. Create your vision, take action, and watch how your future unfolds one step at a time. The life you want isn't far off. It starts right here, right now. Today is the day, right now. In this moment, you have everything you need to change the course of your life. It's easy to wait for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, but here's the truth. There is no perfect moment. Your moment is now. The next 30 days will set the foundation for the future you want. Every single decision you make over the next month has the power to shape your tomorrow. Don't let this opportunity slip away. This challenge is not just about small changes, it's about a transformation that starts today. The future is in your hands. You have everything you need to take that first step. I'm going to challenge you, commit to taking action over the next 30 days, no matter how small. It's not about making big leaps all at once. It's about consistent daily effort. Progress doesn't always happen in big moments. It happens in the small steps you take each day. Remember, it's not the big leaps that make a difference. It's the daily steps. So stop waiting, stop overthinking, break free from the wait and see mentality. The time to move forward is now. The next 30 days could define everything. So what are you going to do with them? This is where the rubber meets the road. You're faced with a choice. You can keep dreaming about your future, or you can start doing something about it. If you choose to act, even in small ways, those steps will create a ripple effect that lasts for years. What you do in the next 30 days will shape the next 30 years of your life. Your future is waiting for you, but it's up to you to create it one day at a time. So take that first step. Don't let hesitation or doubt hold you back. You have everything it takes to build the life you want starting right now.